Hey, Chris here. In my previous video, I took a look at the North Face Base Camp Travel Canister. In that video, I did talk about some potential uses for this bag, but didn't really look at any items we could pack inside. So I wanted to take just a little bit of time today to look at some specific things we could possibly pack in this bag. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. To start with, I wanted to focus on one role that I'm assuming a lot of people will probably use this bag for, and that is as a toiletry bag. So I know a lot of times it's hard to kind of figure out just watching a video if your items could potentially fit. So I felt it was important to show some items here, again, so you can kind of figure out if this is definitely the right size for you. So I do have some full-size items here. So we'll start with just a full-size can of shaving cream. And I also have just a full-size 12-ounce bottle of contact solution, and have just a travel size Gold Bond. I have my contact case, so I'm going to put it in the zip pocket. And I do have just a travel size deodorant, and then a full size stick of deodorant. And then just a couple of toothbrushes here. This is one in a travel case that you could potentially use. And since there is a lack of a plastic pocket in the bag, I did want to just kind of roll a toothbrush up here. One thing I don't have is a razor, but definitely there's a couple of spots in here that you could stick a razor in, slide it in there. Even a toothbrush if you wanted to do so as well. So again, these are bulky top items, but you will say they will fit in here. And you can even squeeze some other items like if you needed some nail clippers or things to that effect, could definitely fit that inside the bag here. So I've got this packed up. And again, for my purposes, my travel purposes, usually I'm not taking a full size contact solution or shaving cream, especially if you're flying. It's going to exceed some of those restrictions that are currently out there. Even deodorant, normally I'm taking a travel size for most situations. But just wanted to show this in case you are familiar with some of these items to see if they're going to potentially fit, especially if you need to take multiple items, and if this is something that could hopefully kind of fit into your travel plans. So next I want to look at two other possible purposes for this bag. So another possible role for this bag is if you want to use it just for some miscellaneous type items. So I do have what I typically take for some miscellaneous type items like cords and chargers and things like that, just to show how well these fit into the canister here. So I do have just a 5,000 milliamp hour battery here. Have the Power Core 5000. Again, this will charge, and it's also a battery. Just a wall charger. Just some random cords, earbuds, things to that effect. Then a car charger and a charger for my GoPro. And again, I know this isn't a ton of different items, but you know, again, if you're familiar with these or if you have some similar type items, you'll see that this easily fits in the bag here. Again, no issues at all. And then the last few items I have. I did mention in my previous video that you could possibly use this for some gloves, boggins, and things to that effect. So just to kind of show what that looks like. Just some random type items here. So I do have a boggin and another ear covering here that I can throw in here. I'm not sure exactly what you call this, but it does go around your neck. And just a pair of gloves. Probably can't see too well since all my cold gear is black. And then just a headlamp. And then just a small flashlight. And squeeze all this inside. And I like this because if you're hiking or something like that, you have a small pack on or whatever the case might be, maybe you want to include this and take those cold winter or cold weather type items along. Just connect this to your pack. So that's a possible use for the bag as well. So I know one comment that I did receive a few times on my previous videos, just the additional weight on this bag. And that definitely could be a con for some. And to me, it's just because of the type of material used on this bag. It is more of a heavy-duty, durable type material that should last forever, but it is going to add some additional weight to this bag. But I did feel it was important just to show some different things we could possibly pack in this. Because again, it's so hard when you're watching a video to know how it's going to relate to your travel and what you might need in your travels. So again, really like this, and just first impressions and just having this for the last few days, really like this. So if you're in the market, highly recommend taking a look at this. So as always, thank you so much for taking time to watch. If you do have any questions, definitely feel free to ask. But again, please like, subscribe, and leave those comments. Thank you so much.